Hello, today we will learn how to draw isometric foot icons. Also we will learn basic principles of drawing and illustration step by step. I mean such principles as contrast, composition, work with textures, etc. Additionally, I will tell about typical errors in digital drawing. So let's look at this example. There are martini glass, sushi and ice cream. Today let's try this ice cream. So our work consists of several steps. The first step is searching for references to find an idea and texture samples. So there are two types of references: material and style. And material references are easy to find. You can find pictures in every browser. But what about style examples? I mean different artworks. So we have to define in what style we will draw our image. There are many sites such as Behance, Dribble, but I prefer to choose Pinterest. Just look here. So you can put words in search area, for example something linked with food, and then you will discover really great amounts of different artworks. You can see cakes, berries and whatever you want. Okay, we found all references, so let's go further and we will create a new document. So basic factor is resolution. So it's clear width and height, but resolution is really important. As a rule, it's 72 pixels per inch. It's a basic resolution to depict pictures correctly in internet and digital screens, but if you have a retina display, 72 is not enough. You should set here 150 pixels per inch. And if you are going to print this image, you should set 300 pixels per inch. Okay, let's put 150. And then just click OK. Okay, after you created a new document, you can see blank area, a white rectangle, but here you can see also a grid. It's called isometric grid, and it's really useful in creating isometric icons. So what does it mean, isometric? I will show you an example. So isometry is a view from the top and the side when all sides can be seen equally good. And because of such depiction, it's often used in assembly drawing, in technical sphere, and also in drawing icons. We don't have much time to talk about isometric grid too much. I will explain basic principles. We have lines which cross each other at a certain angle. In fact, it's an angle of 120 degrees. In fact, the that's all you should know about isometry to create your own grid. So we made a first step, we found references. Second step is to make a sketch. So we made a grid and we will draw a sketch of our future image. Here you can see a sketch. In our case, sketch must be accurate. It must be coincide with grid. So here you can see two red planes, and we have to inscribe these ovals, this image into them. So common error when our objects are not inscribed correctly or inscribed at another angle. So this is a good example of how it should be. The next step is to find a color scheme. So what are we going to do? So then we take a lasso tool. So just press L button and choose lasso magnet. You can see it. It has a special icon. So with help of magnet lasso tool, we can envelop our object. So I will show you. Here you can see how does it work. Okay, here and here, and then click and make selection. Then we have to fill it, and we press a G button. Here you can see I filled my object with gray color. Then we will create new layer, and then press Alt between these two layers. You can see this arrow. So what does it mean? With help of that you can draw on a new layer and image will not cross our contour. So it's like a mask. It's really helpful. Just press a B button and choose and click B, and just look what's going on. Our filling don't cross the edges of our contour. Okay, let's summarize. First step, we found references. Second step, we made a sketch. Now we are going to find a color scheme to find proper color combination. Just look here. There must be several color schemes. As a rule, first variant is not best. That is why it's important to try several variants. For most, our brain creates templates. It's simple and unremarkable. The more variants you make, the better result you will have. As a rule, third variant is better than the first, and fifth variant is better than the third. So I recommend to try 5 or 7. After all, we have to choose our variant. I choose this one. And notice, when you are drawing, it's important to look at your color variants without line. It helps to perceive colors better, understand whether it's bad contrast or bad or good color combination. And another important rule: when you create color scheme, you shouldn't work out it in details. Presumably we have to choose color combination, so you don't have to create details image, just colored sketch like this one. Okay, what we're gonna do further? We have to define light source, and then it's important to understand that each material has special trace. For example, metal surface has bright bleaches in combination with very dark areas, and ice cream also have its own special. Second principle is contrast. Our eyes like contrast, and it's very important characteristic. To make contrast images, you need experience, especially if it's in color. In black and white modes, it's easy to work with contrast. So I have special techniques how work with contrast, how to detect contrast, and how to enhance contrast when you don't have large experience in working with colors. So let's go to the view, then Perceive tab, custom, and choose dot grain 30%, and then press combination Ctrl plus Y, and our image will turn into black and white mode. We can see dark and light tones, so use this method, it's really helpful. So we are working on the final step, render. So first step was found in references, second step sketch, third step is to find color combination, and fourth step is a render. And please take attention that I opened my references, ice cream reference and a reference of bowl. Okay, we will begin our drawing with metal bowl, and we will show dark areas, so we add dark color. Let's choose this color and then just draw it. So finally you will have this result. It's not a final image. I just want to show you that first of all you have to add dark areas, then you should show thickness, so you have to add a volume to the object, and also I added glares, so you can see dark areas and these bright areas. Also, I worked on the berry and I added some colored stripes to the ice cream. So the next step, we will add details. We will add details to the ice cream. So I added texture, you can see, and also I added a volume. So we can imagine ice cream as a ball, and it has a reflex, a dark area, and a light area. Also, I worked on the leaves, and also I add glares to the syrup. Just look what's going on. And also I add details to the berry, but it's not enough. And you can see that then I added these bright points to the syrup. Let's look elsewhere. So also I added shadow on the leaves and on the berry, and I finally made this image. So you should remember basic principles. So it's contrast, it's a color combination, and it's also about special characteristics of objects. So there are glares in metal, really dark areas in boil, and you should remember about glare. So you have to add glare in syrup, and also you have to see objects as something bigger. So we can imagine berry as a combination of small balls, and each ball has its own glare and reflex and shadow. So also we added texture to the ice cream, and also you should remember about thickness. So volume is really important, and volume is made with help of thickness and showing shadows and light areas. So today that's all. I hope you enjoyed my lesson. Good luck and stay tuned.